just going to do a demo on Sadie really quick and kind of show you what it's about.
So I have nothing on my face.
Yes.
Bare face.
Alright, so this is a setting spray, and I like to use it as a primer. You can use it, she likes the dewy look too. So this is Bird right here. Using the eyeshadow brush. All the brushes are double-ended. This brush makes you look like a pro with eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with the wispy end, and we're just going to use this Bird to contour her eyes. So it's just going to use like a windshield wiper motion. Super easy. This brush makes it easy to do. And then wiggle it at the end, at the corner, to kind of make it a little darker there. And put it down underneath, so look up. Use another brush that's more dense. This is the Blend and Tap brush. So it's a little more dense, and I'm going to use Rigoletto. This is Rigoletto. So I'm just going to use this little dense end, and it's called Blend and Tap because I'm going to tap the color right in that outer corner. So this has a little bit of shimmer in it. Bird was a matte, and I'm basically making a triangle in that outer corner. Oh yeah, and this is the reason I'm going to do eyeshadows first, because if it spills out past where you want it, we just clean it up with the highlight. Look up, and just in that outer corner a little bit, and you see how we have a little fallout? That's the reason why we do them first. Oh. As You Wish is like a little color that has an iridescent to it. So it looks peachy. So I'm going to apply it with my finger and swap in one direction in this outer corner across, because it lays down the little shimmer particles and makes it more metallic. And I'm going to take the wispy in and blend it into that Bird. And the cat, you're not getting up here. And then I'm going to put it a little more right here in the center of the eye.
Oh, what was that?
She sneezed.
Oh.
So now I'm going to use the eyeshadow everything brush, the small end, and just go right up under here underneath your brows. Just a little bit. And then right here in the inner corner. So this gives it like a purple pink with that pretty Bird. I'm going to go back in with some Bird just a little bit. So it's just a little deeper, not too much of the As You Wish. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Oh yeah, look at that. Can you see how it has that purple, pink shimmer? It's very light. And we have a brows wax now too, that you can like control your brows, but you don't need them. Just brushing them.
But you want to get color matched by her, so don't go pick your colors out yourself. You want to make sure
color is the
she
key.
does that for you.
Yeah, the color is key. It's a really quick process because this is her contour color. So we're going to use Astoria for her. It's her natural shadow color. So this is going to be like a color that goes in one section, and then we're going to use two highlights for her. So these are all the highlight colors, and she would only get a couple of these tins, and they go in another section for like paint color number 1, 2, and 3, and then cheek color also comes in this tin. So everything fits in a palette. So it's very customizable, but being color matched, because it's all about color, is important. The best blend for every brush. This puts a very wispy, light, airy application because she doesn't need a whole lot. No one does. This is not going to look cakey. You don't put it on like typical foundation. So you like right there is your cheekbone. So we're going to sculpt out her cheekbone just like that. It's going to look like we're putting on war paint. So basically just make you a line. So there's your cheekbone. Even some people, if you have a hard time finding contour, you do not want to go below the corner of your mouth at the top of your ear. So it should stay above that. Sometimes people put it right on their cheekbone, and that's okay too. And so you do it over here. You can start with the other colors first, but see, this is her foundation. She doesn't need to put on foundation, then contour. That's just more layers. This provides coverage at the same time. So there we start with the cheeks. Then we're going to, this is kind of like sculpting her face. So here we're going to go from the hairline halfway down. So it's going to look really, really strange to start with. So this is all the same color, and we're literally just drawing lines about halfway down her forehead into the hairline. This is, they have 11 ingredients. All right, very few ingredients. Soften the skin, it's cream. So here we're going to take the wispy end of this brush, and when I'm dabbing in the tin, we're getting very little. We're not digging into the tin. And then we're just going to go from chin to earlobe and pull it down very lightly. And all this does, when you look down, it just accentuates that strong jawline. So you see it? It just gives you that nice sculpt look, but it doesn't look like a makeup line.
Michael wants to know what brush you're using.
This is the Best Blend Forever brush. This is my favorite brush because it puts the learning curve going from typical foundation or mineral makeup is layering it on really thick. So you don't wear this, more product only adds more texture to the skin. So more product would mean extra texture. More product means it's not going to go into the skin, it's going to slide around. This is all about color. This is not about putting on tons of product and getting coverage. Your color, that's the reason why being color match is important. The color is what gives you coverage. So notice how everything else is all sculpted out. Now I'm going to go down the top bridge of her nose and pull it down to the side. And all this does is bring down a line of light down the center of the face. This is super quick, couple of tries, and you've got it. You want to take it and do just a little bit on the bottom lip where you naturally have a shadow, and see how that's just, and you can go into your Cupid's bow with it as well. And all this is going to do is accentuate what you already have. All right, so then I take the wispy in and very lightly just dab with this brush. At the cheek, you want to fluff it up just a touch, and this is just moving the product, making it to where it shows what's left, what's for the other colors. So I'm going to clean this fallout from the eyeshadows really quick. Okay, now that's her contour color. I'm going to use the exact same brush. I'm just going to wipe it off in a paper towel. Okay, so now these are the highlight colors. So we're going to use, what color was it? Oh, Aura. We're going to use Aura. That's one color for her main highlight. So I call this the ski mask area. So you see what's left here. This is the ski mask. So all of the areas where the contour's not is where your highlight's going to go. So we're not going to overlap anything. And then the beard and the mustache area. So, and I always like to color match, ladies, to two highlights. One's a little brighter. That way you don't need concealer, you don't need primer for this at all. It's designed not to use any of those. You're just adding more texture. So right here in her eyes are a little bit purple. So I'm just going to use the smallest amount using that same brush, very light hand, a little bit of sunlit because she's pretty purple there, and just lightly tapping on the inner corner there. So we're just wanting to cancel a little bit of the purple here, and this is the reason why the color matters. If you already wear Seint Beauty, and see she's kind of pink in there too, so I can use a little bit of that Aura that she's going to use. See how that automatically, and I'm going to go down the center of her face, exact same color. So between the brows, down the bridge of the nose, and then tap it. Oh yes. Then top of the lip, where what protrudes out, and whatever you call it. You know, like people have the little Cupid's bow. So you don't want to cover up what we put the contour in the center of the chin. So basically, you're making a line of light. See, told you she's gonna war paint. But look at that, just already by itself. And using this brush makes it nice and blended as you go. So see what's left we have here is aura, is what we're gonna use what's in the other areas. There might be a tiny sliver here that we'll use for cheek color. So I'm gonna use the wispy end of the same brush, dabbing in the tin. We don't swap or pull it. It takes very little, like super little. And you just, it's like painting a picture. You just want to use this cream, this same color, I'm losing my words, and just sweep them across. Look at that, that's so pretty, Sadie. I'm taking that same color and I'm just going to sweep from your eye up, and that makes that nice clean edge on your eyeshadows. Makes that nice and sharp. You never want to take product all the way up to the lash line because everybody has a natural eyeshadow there. Sometimes it just spills out down underneath. So just putting a little bit there and leaving your natural skin at the lash line gives that natural perimeter around your eyes. And it also keeps from having too much product on. So here I'm literally putting a beard on her using the same one. See how I'm just lightly dabbing? In beard and mustache area. Take the perfector sponge that you have. I use these because I throw them away between customers.
Oh gosh, is that really paint?
See, Lolly? It's my favorite. You're gonna love it. Trust me, you're gonna love it. So right here at your apples of your cheeks above that contour, you just want a little bit and sweep it up to the temples. Look at that, Sadie. Natural flush. It looks extremely natural, don't you think? So I'm going to use Astoria, and I'm just going to accentuate her natural shadows of her lips. I'm going to take Sunlit because it has that yellow in it, and I'm just going to take a touch of the Sunlit on all the little high points. And like right on the area where the color of her lips start, I'm going to put the Sunlit. Look at that. Take Lolly, the same color, and which looks super pink in the tin, but you got to consider that you're looking through all the color and the pigment.
Oh, that is a pretty color.
Isn't it pretty? I love it. Come in creams, which are more subtle, and they also come in powder, which is more oomph to it. So we have a setting powder, so if you like the matte look, or if you tend to be a little oily, or if you're gonna wear a mask, using this, what's so pretty about using any setting powder works with it really. But this one is nice because it's in the compact.
I like that one the best.
Oh, I do too. I think it's the lightest.
It doesn't make it look cakey.
No. Let's do Photoshop. So Photoshop is like a pinky color, using the exact same brush that I applied with, and you just want to take, you definitely want to apply the powdered illuminators with a brush. Take a little bit to control the line of light down the center of the face. Just a little bit. Don't want to look like Rudolph. And then what's protruding out on the lip, you just leave the lip natural. Hold it out natural and just kind of put a little bit of that on that top part of that lip. Look at that, Sadie. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh.
Just here.
Yes, look how pretty. I love it.